In this lesson, we're going to be using what we learned about arrays to create a program that calculates the GPA of someone and determines whether or not they get on honors. So, well, first we need to create an array of grades. So we'll do integers. Create an array with those, and we'll just call it grades. And then we got to set a list of grades. So we'll do 90, 92, 85, 74, 91, and 83. So there we have created an array. Now let's create a new class, and in this class we're going to be calculating the average. So I'm going to call this public static int, and we'll call this GPA, and we'll do int. So we're going to call upon the array in this class, int grades. And then we're going to add a return statement at the end, but we'll get to that. So first we need to calculate how long this array is, because you want to add up all these numbers and divide it by how many elements are in the array. That's how you calculate average. I'll just add a comment here. Average is total sum over total amount. So here we know 90 plus 92 plus 85 plus 74 plus 91 plus 83. I'm not going to calculate that, but we can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this array is, the size is 6. So amount is 6. So, well, there's a simple way to do that in Java. So we'll create a new integer. We'll call this int size, and we'll set it equal to. Now we'll do grades dot, and all these will come up. We just select the first one, which is length. And what we have now done is now integer size is how long the array of grades is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now int size is grades, so we can use that to calculate the average later. Now we need to create a double. We'll do an integer. We'll do integer total, and we have to start it at 0. But then we're going to use what we learned in the previous lessons for for loops, to run a for loop to add all of these together to the total. So how to do that? Well, we'll do for int, we'll do x equals 0. X is greater than the size. It'll run up to how many? Actually, we'll do greater than or equal to the size. And then we need to increment x each time so that it doesn't keep just running it over and over and over. Now, the total, so now each time it runs, we'll do the total is, we're going to add it to the grades at x. So what have we done? Well, we set up a for loop, and in this for loop we created a new integer x that's going to be used to run through the thing. And then we have the total, which starts at 0, and then we get added to grades at x. So I think x, actually we don't need to do greater than, actually no, that's fine. So it'll add 90 plus the total, so then we have 90. It runs to the for loop again, 90 plus 92, and then so on and so forth. So now to calculate the average, well, we'll do int average equals the total divided by the size. So the average is this total here, what we initialized here, divided by the size of the array. And now all we need to do is return average. Now when we run the program, nothing will happen, as we need to call upon this method inside of the main method. So to do that, we're going to do int, I hate the way it's spaced, int, and we'll just call this new array equals GPA grades. So GPA grades, just like that. So now we have determined a new integer we've initialized it, and we've set it equal to GPA grade. So it'll run this method and it returns the average. So this is equal to the average. Now all you have to do is print out this average. And we'll see what the average grade is. Index 6 is out of bounds for length 6. Oh, here. This size is supposed to be just less than here. Now let's run it, and it should work. The average grade is an 85. So the error I made is I set x is less than or equal to the size when it has to be less than the size, or else it's going to repeat and the whole program gets messed up. But now we want to determine if they get honors or not. So in the same main method, we can do an if-else statement. So we'll do if new array is less than 100, system.out.println we'll print out, congratulations, you have earned high honors. And I'll create another one. So if new, actually let's make it greater than 90. Or else it's going to be too like vague. So if it's greater than 90, if new array is greater than 80, that person gets congrats. Congrats, you have earned regular honors. And then we'll just print out else. So if the grade is not above an 80, system.out.println you did not make the honor roll, study harder. And now to make this look nicer, we'll just say your final average is space new array. And now let's run it. Let's run the program. Your final average is an 85. Congrats, you have earned regular honors. Let's change up some of these numbers. Let's change the 74 to 100 and see what happens. Your final average is a 90. Congrats, you have earned regular honors. Now if you want to make a 90 high honors, all you have to do is set this to greater than or equal to. Now when we run the program, congrats, your final average is 90. Congrats, you have earned high honors and you have earned regular honors. Now what happens if, say, they got a 0 in 2 classes, they forgot to turn in their work? Well, your final average is a 61, and then it prints out, you did not make the honor roll, please try again. And that is all. Tune in to the next lesson.